Hello and welcome to our interactive poster. What we present here is an ongoing research in Hungary focusing on the COVID-19 infection recovery process and its psychological characteristics. It started 1 year ago as a school project for qualitative studies in the Doctoral School of Psychology at the Eötvös Loránd University in Budapest. And since my topic as a PhD student is qualitative coping studies, I took the chance to approach the data from the perspective of coping. As a method, we carried out semi-structured interviews, transcribed the audio records, and performed thematic analysis on the text. So far, we had the chance to analyze 6 interviews. We have 14 more transcripts already, and we are planning a few more interviews for January. During the coding process, we didn't have a specific focus, more like letting anything emerge what we can see in the text. However, the questions of the interview aimed at the patient's experiences from the first symptoms through hospitalization until the current state of health, so the codes somewhat naturally started to point out coping mechanisms, among other themes. What you can see on the first diagram of this poster is an attempt on a bottom-up thematic analysis where I organized all the sub-themes into 4 broader themes, which can be seen as stages of a mental process, zooming in, identifying the stressors, coping with them, and zooming out. The other way to do a thematic analysis is the top-down method, when you already have an existing theoretical framework, and your data either works well with that or not. I wanted to check if the coping circumplex model of Stanislavski, being a quite complex and broad system for coping, fits our data. This is what you can see on the second diagram. Placing our coping codes on the circumplex was an interesting process. The model gives an opportunity for spatial displacement, so you have 8 distinctive categories on the 4 axles. But meanwhile, the codes don't have to fully fit the categories. You can place them in between, and with that you can express theoretical proximity or distance from the categories. We found the use of this model very promising in the qualitative approach of coping. Finally, based on these preliminary findings, both versions of thematic analysis seem to support our idea of focusing on coping structures in the recovery process of COVID. But please note that both the recording and the analysis of the interviews are in progress, so the themes can continuously and constructively change. The results of the process are expected by the second half of 2022. Thank you for your attention, and I hope you found our poster worth to spending time on.